to order the Secret Society of Studio 7, Week 8. 7 kids, $77,000 in every one of their pockets. Who will be the one to take home $777,000?
Amadou, you're the winner.
I can't conceptualize how much money it is, honestly. My dad is a New York City taxi driver, and the biggest thing that I came into this game for was to pay back my parents for all the work that they had done for me.
Amadou is an example of good karma.
He knows no kung fu.
What do you mean?
I don't know kung fu.
My man is...
Amadou's a really nice guy, but I think it takes more than that to win.
Craig, you're the winner.
Craig is a lot more driven to win than anybody. I think that he definitely feels like he's got something at stake.
Like, he'll say just like, doing the best I can, man, and you know, like that. But then, like, in the back of his head, he's like, I got you.
I've picked a couple of contestants that I think I can manipulate a little more than the others, and so I'll be able to use them for help if I need to. But I'll still stab him in the back, though. Stab, stab, stab.
The people you wanted to get rid of is here. You ain't getting rid of me, America.
The winner by a very slim margin is George.
Last time I don't know, I just seemed pretty confident because maybe that's what I wanted to show everybody. Maybe I'm doing it again this time.
When we first came in here, I was a little bit frightened of George.
George is a little neurotic, and I could probably use that against him.
Sheila, you're the winner.
Coming into this final episode, I've just been dreading it this whole time because it's hell. Sheila totally believes in karma. She's told me before that she doesn't want to compromise her ethics to win the money. Because everybody's a winner, everybody sort of has this invincible attitude. I'm hoping it'll work to my advantage because I still think I'm gonna lose.
JC is the winner.
He talks a lot.
He obviously feels the need to make sure people know that he's smart.
I walk into the house, and this white guy starts speaking Arabic to me, and I'm like, what the hell?
This is going to be a different experience because the people that I'm up against are all champions.
You're the winner of $77,000.
People think I'm like this little princess who gets everything she wants, but it couldn't be further from the truth, especially this summer with losing my father. If it were someone else in her position, they would rub in other people's faces the bad and tragic stuff that they've gone through, and she doesn't do that at all. So I respect that.
You gotta understand, I haven't taken the time to know her life history or anything like that. I don't want to. I know she's smart, and I know she's gonna do well.
Francesca, you're the winner.
I'm not sure if it's an advantage or not that I was the last week's winner. I'm kind of still in the mode of doing this, studying, getting up early. But at the same time, I just put all my energy into that game.
She seems like she'd be like the real underdog in this game.
She really tries to make it sound like she doesn't know anything, and she is like this. There are so many people in this group who weren't supposed to win or predicted to win. And I hope that happens again. I really want this ending to be a surprise.
Good evening, and welcome back for the $777,000 game of Studio 7. Tonight's grand final will be played in the same 6 elimination rounds that you know so well, testing your command of contemporary knowledge and your powers of memorization and recall. All of you have won a previous game to earn a spot to be here, but not under this kind of financial pressure and never against this level of competition. From all over the country, the 7 of you have returned to New York City and lived in luxury with your opponents for 1 week. You've studied intensely, you've formed friendships and rivalries, and I'm sure you think you figured each other out. Each of you wears that familiar silver ring around your neck, a single ring from a chain that connects each of you to each other. At a critical moment tonight, you may remove this ring in order to ask one of your fellow players for help.
Help me.
But remember, only the last player standing wins that staggering prize of $777,000. And whatever alliances you might have made, when it comes down to money, who can you truly trust? To your pods. Once again, the game will be played in 6 rounds. The first 3 rounds will test your command of contemporary knowledge, the news, politics, sports, and popular culture of the 21st century, the year 2004, and the last 30 days. The few of you who advance to rounds 4 and 5 will then have to prove your mastery of the specialized subject and the memorization challenge. Finally, just 2 of you will advance to the head-to-head speed round, where under the most intense pressure, you'll be asked about the most recent events of just the last 7 days. Only one of you will leave this studio tonight with an amount of money that will change the course of your life.
$777,000 gives you the opportunity to lead whatever the life you ever dreamed of is.
It's hard for an 18 to 22-year-old to grasp, even for me, how much money is really there.
It's almost $1 million.
I could retire on that.
I would think of making that in a lifetime, not in 2 weeks.
That's so much money. I mean, it's ridiculous.
First, you have to make it through round 1, in which we test your knowledge of the 21st century. The order to this round has been randomly determined. George, please exit your pod and approach the microphone. George, welcome back.
How you doing?
There's a nail biter at the end of your episode.
Yeah, thanks for putting me under a lot of pressure. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
You got the money.
Yeah, well, hey, that's very true.
George, in June 2001, the first federal execution in 38 years took place when what domestic terrorist was put to death for his role in the 1995 Oklahoma City bombing?
I'd like to answer the question. McVeigh?
Francesca, you got the first question wrong.
And now I'm trying to forget it.
We'll try to move past that this week.
Yeah.
Francesca, in 2001, former child star Rick Schroeder was replaced by former child star Mark Paul Gosselaar on what gritty TV show?
Can't believe this is going to happen again, that I'm going to answer the first question wrong. But I would like to answer the question. NYPD Blue?
Nicole, welcome back.
Thank you.
You had the fastest speed round time of any player here tonight. You think you can prevail again if we get to that?
I don't think I could be so lucky twice.
Nicole, in 2000, what credit card company tried to sue Ralph Nader for parodying its priceless ads in commercials in his presidential campaign?
I'd like to answer the question. MasterCard?
Was the trip here okay?
Pretty good.
Taxi, bus, subway?
Taxi.
Nice. Amadou, in 2002, what European sports car company introduced its first sport utility vehicle, the Cayenne?
I would like to answer the question. Porsche.
Welcome back, Sheila.
Hello.
I recall last time something about you saying that you didn't think you had a chance against your fellow competitors.
Yeah, that's true.
What's your assessment this time?
I think I have an even smaller chance.
Sheila, in 2000, 71 years of rule by the Institutional Revolutionary Party ended when Vicente Fox was elected president of what country?
Okay. I would like to answer the question. Portugal.
I'm sorry, Sheila, that's incorrect. The correct answer is Mexico. You're the first player on the block. Please proceed there to await your fate. JC, good to see you again.
Good to be back.
JC, in March 2002, what woman who had previously accused Bill Clinton of sexual harassment fought Tonya Harding in a televised boxing match?
I saw this. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm right. I'm trying to think of all the other women.
I won't comment on that.
Yeah. I'd like to answer the question. Paula Jones.
Welcome back, Greg.
Hi.
Done anything with the money? Any plans?
I'm waiting till tonight to see, I guess.
Craig, a tragic 2002 shooting took the life of Jam Master Jay, the DJ of what pioneering rap group?
I'd like to answer the question, Run DMC.
George, in May 2003, what man was named the presidential envoy to Iraq?
I think I'm going to ask for help.
Who would you like to ask for help?
JC?
George is fun.
America! All right, sit on this chair with you. George Giroux. You dropped me on my head.
We had a lot of fun the first night when we went down to the bar.
We're the winners. We will be victorious in everything that we do.
He better help me. He owes it to me. He dropped me on my ass when I was drunk as hell the first night we got here.
This guy is a threat. I'm a threat? He's a threat. You're a threat. You're a threat. They're a threat. Everybody's a threat.
Please remove your ring and toss it into the pool of the seven.
Hey, bro. How's it going? I know you're my man when it comes to politics and stuff, bro. Help me out, please.
George, you're deadly. And I can't just give you the answer, but I'm going to give you a hint that if you know this guy's name, you're going to get it, okay? Around the office, we call him by his initials, LPB, and he just left.
LPB and he just left?
Mm-hmm. He just left Iraq about 2 months ago.
Give you a little smidgen, maybe the first.
That's it. That's all I'm giving you.
LPB. All right, man. Thanks. Do you accept initials? That?
I'll need a name.
Okay. All right. I'd like to answer the question. Brown?
L. Paul Bremer III.
Never heard of him before either, so.
Please proceed to the block where they'll await your fate.
Thank you.
So 2 players, Sheila and George, have failed to answer their questions correctly. It's now down to the remaining 5 players to decide who stays and who goes. JC, tell us who you want to eliminate and why.
I can't help but feel culpable for George, even though I really thought he should have gotten that hint. So, Sheila, I'm voting you off.
Nicole.
George, you're my fellow Jerseyan, but Sheila, you're my girl. I'm sorry, George, I have to vote you off.
Now 1 vote against Sheila, 1 vote against George. One of you will be eliminated. One of you will not have the opportunity for the guaranteed prize of $777,000.
I hate doing this.
Amity, look directly at your fellow players. Who do you want to eliminate from contention for the $777,000 prize?
My decision comes down to just who I see as the bigger threat in the game. That's all it is, and I really hope you don't take it personal, but George, I'm voting you off. Okay, bro.
Craig.
I think that there is one of you two that knows the memorization a little bit better. I think, George, you're the only one who's gone to the end, and I don't want to go up against that if I get there. So, George, I'm voting you out.
George, you won $77,000 on your way here.
Yes, I did.
This is where it ends. 3 votes against you. You've been eliminated from the game. Thank you for your participation.
Thank you, sir. Have fun, all right?
Sheila, you may return to your pod and rejoin your fellow competitors.
Being the first guy out, you just have a sense of, like you hear crickets in the background, you know?